Well, I think we're alone at the range today. I'm gonna have to make this a very short visit today. I gotta get right back to work, but couldn't fit it in on Sunday. Yesterday it was the Super Bowl. Ended up taking a couple jobs in the morning, so I couldn't get to the range as I normally do. But that's all right. Look how peaceful it is out here. There's nobody around. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna do our 6 pistol mags, and that'll be it for today. And yeah, we'll get out of here. Just trying to keep up with the reps, fit it in every week. I'm trying to make no excuses. Like I said, I was working yesterday, so it is what it is. Job comes first, but we're gonna keep working on some of our hand grip. And you know, watching the last week's video, I think I noticed some funky bad habits I was starting to create. So we're gonna do our best to work against those bad habits and be conscious of what we're doing today. And hopefully we'll end up with a better result to our paper. So let's get going. It's a little on the colder side today, but that's all right. Wondering, been using the same Amazon box here, if it'll hold still in the wind. Using the same Amazon box now for a while. I have a second one in the car that I've had since I started using this first one, but I'm wondering at what point does the box become too much of Swiss cheese for it to be usable anymore? Whew. Slip on the ice. All right, well, it is a very bright and sunny day. It's about probably 25 degrees right now. Second week of February. Second week of February, so it's still basically the dead of winter. This week's gonna be pretty crappy weather, so at least I can get out today while I can. We're gonna do our 6 mags. We are at the, I believe this is 10 yards. We have posted as a 5, 7, 10, 15. I think I've done out to the 15, but we're gonna stick with 10. I think 10's good because that's like 30 feet. So we're gonna stick with this distance. Again, we're gonna be shooting 6 mags. We'll switch out the target halfway through. So we'll do 3 mags, 2 aiming for right here, 1 aiming for the head. And we'll see if we can't improve today. Couple things, I need to work on my grip. I was doing some weird stuff with my index finger last time, putting it like under the flashlight. So it didn't really make any sense. Not sure why I was doing it. So we're gonna try to be consciously against that today. And yeah, just work on our overall performance. I think some of my breathing, some of my grip, some of where I put the pressure, as well as where we put the pad of our finger on the trigger, making sure all of that is correct, and see if we can't improve a little bit. All right, so we've got our ammunition here. We are shooting Winchester 115 grains, as we have been. See, we're starting to get a little low in the box here. See all our silica pads. Keep that close to try and keep the moisture out. Got a different stand for my phone. Took an old one of these Gorilla Pod thingies I had. Bought a $5 phone mount. It really doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just has to be able to sit still. We noticed with the gimbal we were getting a lot of sway where it was like slowly over time moving off the target, especially with each shot. So this should be a little more solid. Like I said, it didn't have to be anything crazy expensive or fancy. We're gonna give that a shot because we want to be able to continue to film the target so we can see in real time where we're hitting, but also so you guys can see me and I can see myself and focus on my technique. So we're gonna get started here, and yeah, let's get to it. Again, we are alone at the range today, which is awesome. It gives us a little more flexibility and freedom to do as we please here. Obviously still trying to practice safe gun discipline as well as range etiquette, but there's no one here to grade us on that except the internet. So let's give it a go. Okay, first mag, safety off. Let's work on that grip. Index finger. I'm just going to bring my index finger down and around, cupping the rest of my hand. Again, most pressure downward. Finger pad in the middle. Thumbs are good. Stance. Canted outward. Arms not entirely locked out. Holy smokes. So, you're going to see in the video here. In fact, let's just go take a look. Okay, guns on safety. We're going to go take a quick look at that. I can't believe this. So, remember the other time we were at the range and we hit right here, up top, right on the top of the X? Look where we just hit today. Just below the X. First shot, haven't been out here in, what, a week? Very first shot, I've been thinking all week about my grip and how I was going to improve it this time. And so doing all those things, all those fundamentals that we know we need to work on, I guess it pays off, right? Because look at what we just did. Friggin', I mean, we're like an inch off, right? But that's nominal. Like, nobody's going to care about that. We're just trying to overall improve ourselves. So let's keep going and see if we can make sure we replicate that with every single shot going forward. Safety off, hammer cocked. Okay, good grip. Finger on the trigger. Okay, so we're probably about an inch high, a little bit to the left, so we're at about the 11 o'clock mark there. Still in the red. Ooh, that was even better. All right. All right, so we're all in the red so far. Let's keep going. Hot dog, just left of the X. We're right in line with it vertically. Where was that? Okay, just out of the red to the right. I do feel like I was getting a little more hasty, maybe a little shaky. So we're gonna try and reel it back in. But what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Our first 4 shots all in the red. That's phenomenal. And our first one out of the red is still within, I mean, it's on the line between the first and second black zone. So not like super close, but not super far either. Again, good grip. Oh, I think I just put it, yep. So I think that's 2 now, just below the X. That's a good sign. That looks like I was up maybe 1 o'clock, about 3 inches up outside the black. So a little off. Okay, just down to the right, about 5 o'clock, just off the X in the red. There we go, same thing again. So I just put 2, bottom right of the X in the red. That one was about the 11 o'clock, just in the black above our previous shot. Ooh, so I'm anticipating the shot a little bit. I'm getting a little worked up. Okay, I knew that one was gonna be high to the right. It might've been on almost on exactly the same previous shot, but let's see. Okay, we're getting a little bit of drag. I think that was, yeah, that one was further out to the right. So let's reset. Hand grip. We're doing okay though, we're doing okay. Okay, that was in the red. We've only got what, 4 or 5 out of the black. Okay, in the red again. Or no, I think that's actually just out the black to the upper right. There we go. Okay, that was our last mag. Let's go do a quick review of that because I want to see exactly where each of these shots were from that first one. Looks like our phone is recording pretty nicely, so we should have that recording to do in real time. Okay, so this is an extremely happy grouping for me. I think we did like 3 or 4 shots here. Let's try and count it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, maybe 14, 15 in there. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 outside. So about 50% out of the red. But man, like look at that accuracy. All right. So all things considered, if I just keep focusing on all these fundamentals that we've been practicing the last couple of weeks, I think it all puts it together. So we're gonna keep going. Another mag into the body zone. After we do another mag into the red, we're gonna go up, focus on the head shot and see if we can't do the same thing there. And then maybe we'll just probably try and do it again with the next 3 mags, new fresh target. We're gonna go for the same strategy here, nice and slow, and see if we can't keep that accuracy really well disciplined today. After today, maybe we start working a little bit more on speed and repetition and cadence, but for now we're just going to focus on that accuracy, because if I can keep locking down that accuracy, a little more cadence, a little faster repetition on it, eventually we'll start getting that speed, but at least we'll build that consistent accuracy. Okay, next mag. Okay, lock it back. Hands where they need to be, fingers where they need to be, elbows bent, finger on the trigger. All right, I think it's in the red, but it could be somewhere to the right, upper right. Let's try again. Okay, I think we're still in the red. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're hitting all reds at the moment. We're doing pretty good, guys. I'm very, very happy with this. I think the main issue that I'm noticing, so if you can see my finger here on the trigger, we're gonna safety on, it decocks when it safeties. So I wanted you to see, so my finger on the trigger, my finger pad, it's hard to tell in the glove, I know it's a little hard. So my instinct is to wrap my finger all the way around, but I need to pull it back. So when I have my hand gripped, if I want my finger right where it needs to be, the issue is I want to like wrap it over further, tighter, like the rest of my fingers. But in reality, I need to actually have it out more. So pulling this little archway out more doesn't feel natural, but I mean, we're seeing the results of it. So I'm going to keep trying to do that better and see if maybe that muscle memory will start to build based off of our success here. Okay, that felt low, but I think we're still in the red. We're chewing it up pretty good in the red. Yeah, I think we're still good. Our worst shot has so far just been up to the right in the furthest out section, but we haven't left the target itself. So that's really nice to see. Okay, kind of jumped on the first bit, pulled it back in, shot. We did just fine there. Let's try it again. Whew, again, dragged it up a bit. We're still in the upper portion of the red, I believe. Whew, we're anticipating way too much. There we go. Okay. I think we just put one a little to the left. So you saw we got a little fast, a little out of step with what we've been focusing on today. But that's okay. We're doing all right. I want to say there's one to the left there. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but it's hard to tell. So mostly in the red. That's a good sign. A little bit upper right. There we go. All right, we're doing good. Second to last shot there was a little down to the left, just outside the red. All right, lock it back. Let's go take a quick look at this one too. This is our second magazine, so we've now put 30 rounds on the target here. So yeah, I was right. We did put one here. A little hard to see. Sorry about that. There we go. So we got one in the 7 zone there. One here. We did a couple here. A couple more up here when I'm getting a little slacking. But either way, I mean, we're pretty much mostly hitting in the red. That, it almost feels like intentional. It almost feels like I know what I'm doing. I'm putting rounds into the red. 10 yards. I gotta be pretty happy with myself about that, right? That's pretty darn good. So let's keep going here. We got one more magazine. We're gonna do this all in the headshots, and then we'll swap targets and we'll start again. Finger on the trigger, nicely padded in the middle. Okay, that was a little high, but we're still in the circle. Not in the red, just the upper circle. Okay, where is that? Oh, it looks like it was just above the first one there. So both high to the left, 11 o'clock. Ooh, okay, off the ear to the right. I'm getting a little shaky. I'm not gonna lie. Getting a little shaky. Eyes are getting a little watery. We're trying to focus pretty intentionally here, and it's making my eyes water up. Okay, vertically in line, but we're at the 3 o'clock, about an inch to the right. Still in the circle on that one, so not bad. Looks like the same thing, 3 o'clock, about an inch out. Same thing, about a centimeter down, so almost a 4 o'clock on the right, inch out. Or is that? Okay, 9 o'clock to the left, straight out, about an inch off the ear. Whew, okay, same thing. Okay, a little low in the neck. Go, I think, I want to say, yeah, up top of the head to the right, about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. There we go, we're hitting the red. Oh, right side. All right, we're swaying around. Actually, that was the shoulder. We're swaying around a bit. Okay, a couple more on the left. We're dancing all over the head. Not terrible. I guess that's it. Let's go see. I don't feel like that was 15 shots, by the way. I'm not sure. Maybe I misloaded that mag. Let's take a quick look at this, and then we'll take the target down. Woo, sun's coming out, very bright. All right, so there's our body grouping, as I'm sure you saw. Trying to block the sun for you. Body grouping, hugely improved, I must say. Headshot, okay, so we had one on the shoulder, 1, 2, 3 outside the head. But then, so if you have 3 out, they're 12 in, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so at least we're all in the area we want to be in, right? Woo. Well, I gotta say, that one I almost want to save, right? 10 yards, and this type of accuracy is almost unheard of for me. So yeah, quite impressed. Let's set up and do another one. All right, so while I load up, I'll just chat with you guys. So again, the plan for the year, just gonna keep coming out, trying to do our, I guess it's like 90 rounds, I think, because it's 15, 15, 15, plus 15, 15, 15, so that's 45 plus 45, 90. Yep, so we're doing 90 rounds a week, pistol ammo, 9mm. Just keep doing these reps, right? We're gonna keep getting better with our accuracy. I think I'm just going to keep doing this steadily, at least through the rest of this month. So that means we have 2 more range visits, 2 more weeks of coming to the range in February at least. I don't know, I'm not looking at a calendar right now. So after February, especially as it starts warming up, we can wear less layers, right? But as we get closer to the end of this month, I would like to start practicing some of my drawing and firing. And, you know, with that, there's an inherent risk of like, oh, don't shoot yourself in the leg as you draw your pistol, right? A lot of people talk about that being scary and risky and all this sort of stuff. A lot of ranges don't even allow it. Honestly, not sure if my range allows it. Now, if I talk to the president or something, maybe he'll be okay with it. They do have a kind of a blanket rule here about being responsible, and, you know, they have a disclaimer of if they see somebody operating in an unsafe manner, they can kick you out and revoke your membership. So don't want that to happen. So I want to make sure I do this in the safest manner possible. And for that to happen, I think I need to at least make sure that I feel confident in myself before anything. So with that being said, I left a comment on a Instagram post from, I want to say it's First In LLC, I think. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. I think his name was Gino. It's a gentleman down near the Lancaster, maybe Westchester area, southeast Pennsylvania. I've been following him now for probably a couple of years, so shout out to you, man. I know you probably see some of my stuff. I think you follow my personal page. But I've always wanted to get into training, so he's someone that I have high on my list of like people I'd like to potentially train with. But anyways, I asked him a comment on his recent post about doing drills and whatnot, and I asked, you know, when do you know you're ready to transition from basic pistol fundamentals and marksmanship like we have been practicing here now for the better part of 3 or 4 months? How do you know when you're ready to transition from that to start doing drills, to start practicing drawing and firing, to start practicing target acquisition and moving between maybe multiple targets or putting a predetermined number of rounds onto a target? How do you know when you're ready to start doing some of that more exotic forms of training? And I'll be honest, like I say exotic, but I believe it's more practical, more real world-ish as much as it can be when you're shooting at paper. But how do you know when you're ready to start doing that? Now, his reply to me, I'm going to throw it up in the comments here, or on the video so you can see it. He basically said that as soon as you feel you can safely do it, you should start doing it. You can prevent yourself from building some bad habits if you start doing this type of stuff right away. But again, you want to make sure you're doing it in a safe manner. And I do agree. I do believe that you should start doing it as soon as you feel safe. So for me, I think I would like to get going on that in the next month or two. And to do that, I want to make sure that I feel confident and I can do it safely. So to do it safely, we're going to practice a lot of dry firing. Now, I may find an opportunity to film. I don't like to film at my own home. But I would like to start filming some of my dry fire practice. Maybe throw it up on like Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts so that you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But basically, we're going to put snap caps in the gun, and then we're going to practice our draw and fire. We'll leave the hammer cock safety off. We're going to practice drawing and firing. I actually have my holster on me right now. I don't know if you can see it below the table. I have a A&R design holster, Kydex, super sturdy. No retention other than the grip, so I think it's a level 1 retention. But anyways, I'd like to start practicing with that. I do have a battle belt. I need to order my holster for it. So in the summertime when it's nicer weather, I'd like to wear a battle belt and actually practice some more like speed shooting, and maybe get to a level where we can join in on some of those competitions that are, you know, they just seem like a lot of fun. So to me, that's where I want to take my shooting level to. But before we can do that, we got to make sure we improve our skill set in terms of safely operating the firearm while doing drills. So we're going to work on drills coming up, a lot of dry firing. But for now, we're going to keep shooting. So we got our target set up. We're going to set the camera up right here, and we're going to give it a whirl. All right, phone is recording. I think our new system here is actually working pretty well. All right, we got 3 magazines. Again, same technique here. We're going to be focusing on our grip, our stance, our arm placement, not locking up, and our finger placement on the trigger, and we'll see if we can improve. Okay, good foot stance. Foot stance, whack. Anyways, fingers locked. None of this weird stuff. I don't know, last time I was putting my finger down here on the light. I don't know why. It was bizarre. It made no sense. Like, this gun's huge, but not that huge that I can't keep my fingers where they need to be. But yeah, so I feel good on that. Grip's good. All right, thumbs are good. Finger on the trigger, good. All right, let's give it a shot. Okay, so we're just outside the red on the left side, right about the 9 o'clock position, just above it. So let's try and improve that and replicate the success of the first time. Woo, okay, we're hitting to the left. Let's fix that right now, huh? Okay, better grip. Low to the left. What are we doing, huh? Okay, I really do feel like I'm dragging the sights to the left too. Where's that? So we're hitting all left. What is up with that, huh? Okay, now we're hitting to the right. There we go, right on the X. Finally, I think it was like our 5th or 6th shot. We finally get onto the red, and with this one, a bullseye. So, what the heck were we doing here? It took us a minute to figure it out. There we go. We just put another one directly on the bullseye. Let's go take a look at this for just a second. So, as you can see here, we've got, this is probably, I think, our first shot. Then we had 1 or 2 right here. Then we had another one here. Another one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we did 6. And then we just did 2, one after another right here on the X. Chewed it up pretty good. So what the heck are we doing, huh? What's going on? I lost my groove for those like first 5 or 6 shots. We just brought it back, but we got to work on that, right? We can't be caught slacking like that. So let's try it again. I don't think it had anything to do with my foot stance. I feel like my foot stance is adequate. We just got our legs spread apart. Left foot's up forward, right foot's back, a little cock to the side. Hands on the grips are fine, I believe. So I'm going to blame it on my trigger. Let me walk forward. I'm going to take a look on this one. So we just put another one up an inch to the right, outside the red. So yeah, we got some work to do. Again, we're trying to build this consistency. So I don't really know, like, I'm not enough of an expert to tell you exactly what I did wrong there. Why did I shoot it wrong the first couple shots? Why am I failing to keep it where I need it? But we're going to keep trying to build these good habits that seem to be giving us good results. Okay, so that was a little up to the left, I believe. Let's try it again. Okay, that was down to the left. In the red, upper side. Okay. Let's go take a look at that whole grouping for a second. Abysmal compared to our first time out. We got one down here, one here, many, couple here, many there. So we only had 2 right there in the center of the red, and we had 1 up here that was good. What the heck? I don't know. So I just got to believe it's my own stupidity, right? Like, there's no one else out here that's making me mess up. So it's all on me. We got to work on bringing in that discipline. Maybe we could do a little better with this second mag before we move on to the head. Let's give it a shot, see what we do. There we go, right on the red. Okay, that was a little left, I believe. Another one in the red. Another in the red. What the heck, guys? Suddenly I'm getting bullseyes, so I'm doing something right. I just need to do it more often. Whew, okay, we're chewing it up quite a bit. All right. So we kind of just breezed right through that one. Definitely not the smartest idea, not the best idea, but let's take a look here. So we did maybe 1, 2, 3, at least 3 more right here. Another one here. And another one here. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 out of 15 did we put in here, and then we put several down low. I don't think we did any more up to the right, but we're hitting low to the left again. So let's get the headshots, and then I got to get the heck out of here. I don't even know what time it is, but I'm probably already going to be late to my next appointment, so don't have much time to dilly-dally today. I was getting a little excited, right, with how good we're doing. So we were doing good. Now we're doing kind of but I mean, ultimately everything's basically on the paper, right? We can't be that mad about it. All right, headshots. Let's see if we can really rein it in for this one and just really get it right. Okay, a little low to the left. A little high to the right. Okay, in the neck. That was crap. That was in the shoulder. Left shoulder. Off the paper. Okay, that was high directly overhead. I did fix my horizontal issue, and I think that was because I didn't have my finger correctly on the trigger. Okay, that was better. That was getting close. There we go, down to the right. I believe that one was also low to the left, just off the red. Okay, we're putting more of our shots like in the face. We're working on it. We're getting there. Not terrible though. I can't be that mad about it. Okay, let's lean into it a little more. All right, that was our last one, guys. Let's go take a look at this paper, and then, whoo, it's bright out here, huh? All right, so that's it. So I did at least one of these, maybe 2 of these were down here in the shoulder. So yikes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think 13, 14 or whatever, somewhere in there. There might be a duplicate that I'm missing somewhere. Anyways, that's going to be it for today, guys. So what have we learned? Those first shots that we did were extremely precise. The first 3 magazines, we were so well into the red zone, especially on the very first mag. Second mag was pretty good. Headshot was all right. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked with what we've done today. We're going to try to keep replicating that. I'm going to go back and watch the videos that we just recorded, and I want to see if maybe I can figure out like why did we go from so great the first 3 mags to not so great the second 3 mags, and maybe we can figure out the difference. But you know, time will tell. We're going to watch these videos back, and we're going to see if we can figure out what we're doing wrong. Already going back to watch some of the older stuff that we did from earlier this year, you can really start to see this difference in my skill set. So feel free to check out some of my other videos. I do have an Instagram. I'm going to try and post more regularly on there, but honestly, I don't even have time to post on my personal or my business. So it's a little chaotic this year with how busy we are. So work comes first, self-defense second at the moment. At least the training side of it, we still carry every day, right? So we're going to keep trying to improve. And like I said, maybe get up to a point where we're doing some drills in the future. Alrighty, take care, guys. See ya.